welcome back to the Run Like a T-Rex YouTube channel. And a soggy and quite windy Sunday long run. So yeah, basically first vlog post the Project Sub 50 series. So I'm basically going to sort of explain what my plans are for the next 7 weeks before I start my marathon training block for Manchester. So hopefully I'm doing a 20-week block, so hopefully it'll be useful or maybe helpful or hopefully entertaining about because obviously it's going to be a big day, 27th of April next year. You've got London, Manchester, Stratford half and marathon and Cov half marathon all on the same day, so there's probably going to be plenty of people out there doing marathon training during the colder, wetter months, so hopefully we'll keep each other going. Yeah, so yeah, detail out what the next 7 weeks have in store, sort of explain some of the method behind my madness, and yeah, we'll go from there. Just wanted to give a shout out actually, so just a massive thank you to everybody who took the time to come out on YouTube or message me on Instagram or WhatsApp or in person about getting sub 50. It really meant a lot. I was really proud of that particular PB, just because of how hard I've worked to achieve it. Yeah, it really means a lot. And straight after the race I had people literally the moment, you know, they're still blowing out coming across the finish line, coming over really excitedly, did you get it, did you get it? You know, it's really bloody special, this community. And yeah, so it justified my decision to put my trainers on for the first time 22 months ago to get out the front door and get my arse in gear. So yeah, massive thank you. It was really meant a lot, especially people who had themselves gone and got PBs. So good running everyone. Not particularly easy in that wind and cold, so yeah, if you PB'd last week, you're obviously in a good place. Right, Mick Bull plodding up to Burton Green, and I'll go through what my plans are. Right then, should tell you what my plan is. So in fact I'm going to walk for this because pace does not matter today. So 7 weeks tomorrow, it's Sunday the 20th of October today. So yeah, 7 weeks tomorrow is when I start my training block, the 20-week block. So I know people do either 12, 16 or 20-week blocks for marathon training. 16 is quite popular, but because it's the first one I've done, I'm not sure how I'm going to cope with the volume. One of the first things I'm going to be doing is going from running 3 times a week to 4 times a week, just to get enough miles in my legs, and to allow for, you know, if you get a niggle for a week or so, essentially you're still going to get a solid sort of minimum 16 weeks in there, hopefully. Plus obviously starting 9th of December, got to go through Christmas and all that kind of stuff, so yeah, so essentially 50 days to go. So it's kind of occurred to me, like, what are the things that I'm most apprehensive about in terms of the actual, not the marathon day itself, that is 6 months away. I will worry about that in probably 5 months time, and then I'll start struggling to sleep again as usual. Shout out to anybody else who gets pre-race anxiety. I'm a bloody nightmare. Yeah, something I need to try and conquer, so we'll we'll figure out how to do that in the meantime. But so one, just sheer volume. Two is trying to stay injury free. So they're kind of the two key points. So let these cyclists come past. Morning, guys. One morning, one stern face look. Cyclists for you. So yeah, so dealing with volume and keeping injury free. So basically my plan for the next 7 weeks is to put myself in the best position I physically can to be able to start the training and get through the training and not just survive it, but try and enjoy it and actually get fitter and all those sorts of bits and pieces. So I'm doing the first one now. So the first thing to do with like the volume side of things is just building my base. So for the next 7 weeks it's going to be probably slower paced stuff, but on a Saturday or Sunday, when you know, family commitments and other bits and pieces allowing, I'll try and get a longer run in. So that'll be sort of 10-11 miles there or thereabouts, maybe up to a half marathon towards the end, just to see where I'm at. My long runs to start the programme actually aren't actually as long as that. They're about 8 miles, so it takes a couple of whiles before we get up to, I think it literally goes like 8, 9, 10, 11, so or 8, 10, 12, one of the two. So yeah, just building my base, getting myself more comfortable and used to running longer distances at slower pace. Something I'm not great at. I think it's the nature of one is Strava ego. I'm awful at that. I always think people are going to judge me. It's quietly killing me inside, the fact I'm walking and people are going to see how slow my pace was. But there we go, get over it. Where was I? Yeah, and I just need to get, when I'm doing like half marathons and stuff, I always think, well, if I'm sort of a little bit out of breath and struggling on a, you know, at 6-minute Ks, how am I going to do a sub 2 hour half marathon? So it's just one of those stupid mental battles we play with ourselves. So yeah, so 2 key focuses essentially: building my base, longer, slower runs, get myself used to running at a consistent pace. Might end up essentially sort of being close to sort of marathon pace, my sort of ploddy pace, around 6-minute Ks. If I might try and do sub 4 hours, but I've got a lot of work to do to be able to achieve that. So that's going to be my plan. And the other one is something I'm awful at, and that's strength and conditioning. So it strikes me that I know loads of people that have had to defer either halfway through or in the second half of a marathon training block because they got injured. Because it just puts a lot of strain on your body. It's a lot of miles, and if you're not recovering properly, or you're not putting yourself, you've not started yourself out on the right footing, yeah, you can do yourself a mischief. So strength and condition and mobility, making sure I'm really hot on, making sure I stretch everything and all that kind of stuff after I've been for a run, but also sort of day-to-day mobility, keeping myself moving. I work quite a sedentary job, set at a desk, making sure I'm, you know, periodically getting up and moving and loosening sort of myself off through my hips and my knees and ankles and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that'll be sort of twofold really. It's not just the, you know, the 20 minutes after you run, it's the what, other 167 hours, 40 minutes of the week, you know, sort of making sure you've keeping yourself nice and fluid. You know, your joints are going to be either your best friend or your worst enemy while you're trying to run, as anybody who's had any kind of injury will attest, myself included. Right, let's get plodding. So yeah, that's kind of the plan really. Build my base and build my body. So get it strong, get it supple, get it. One of the other things I think with being stronger and more supple is hopefully my body's going to be working a bit more efficiently, a bit more has, you know, sort of God intended, body moving the way it should do, rather than this unique running style I have, hence the name of the channel. I'm not particularly fluid or efficient, so yeah, that's the plan. I thought I looked big on the screen. I realised I had my GoPro at maximum zoom, so anybody who's watching this on like a telly or whatever, I can only apologise because my head's big enough without putting it on a widescreen telly. So. And shout out to two cyclists came the other way after me slagging the other pair off. Big smiles. Morning, enjoy your run. I will. Enjoy your bike ride. There you go. Running cyclist collaboration. It's like cats and dogs. What's going on? Long run done, 10 miles. Yeah, I was absolutely cooking, so I had to take my waterproof off. Benefit of this vest, the entire back is one big pocket, so you can stick your waterproof in it, so that's exactly what I've done. Yeah, felt pretty good. I wanted to test myself actually, so that's the furthest I've run without taking a gel with me. Because I normally, anything beyond 12k, I just sort of psychologically feel like I need to take a gel with me. So like, nope. Trying some new honey, which was kindly gifted by Honey and Greens. So massive shout out to them. I'm going to do a review of the honeys they've sent me. They sent me 3 different types, which was really kind of them. So yeah, just had the normal sort of their standard honey in some porridge for breakfast with a cup of tea, and that's all I've had this morning. So yeah, I didn't feel too bad. It was only plodding. My total elapsed time was like 1 hour and 40, so obviously a bit of walking, I had to stop to take my waterproof off and all that kind of stuff. So, but today wasn't about pace anyway, it's just about getting miles and legs. So yeah, that's kind of the end of the video. Drop a comment down if you've got any pearls of wisdom for people who've done marathons before in terms of what they wish they'd done before their block or during their block, or yeah, any tips would be appreciated. Best of luck to anybody racing today. It's a Rugby half marathon. Condolences to those of you that have trekked all the way down to Portsmouth for the Great South Run, which sadly got cancelled yesterday afternoon because of the weather. Yeah, hopefully managed to do a bit of parkrun tourism at the very least. So. It was being followed then, it was a leaf. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you've got this far without subscribing or liking, then please do, helps grow the channel, helps me reach further elements of the running community. So yeah, thank you for watching, have a great week, and I'll see you next time.